of the earnings, ITC as well as Tata Consumers are heading with almost flat gains ahead of its numbers. Well, let's move ahead. It's Samvat 2079 in a few days, and what are the counters that you should be watching out for, and what are the bets that Prabhudas Lilladher will be taking up? Let's know from Mr. Amnish Aggarwal, who is the Director of Research at Prabhudas Lilladher. A very good afternoon and welcome to ET Now. Firstly, what is your take on the markets from Samvat 2079 to Samvat 2080? Where do you see the markets headed? And along with that, which are the stocks that will be on your radar?
Okay. Good morning. And you see, as far as your markets are concerned, there are, if you look at say past 12 months or so, most of the indices have been flattish to slightly negative. The markets have not given any returns in particular. The first half of the year was, I would say, pretty good. There was a lot of exuberance around IPOs, your tech stocks, lot of things happening. But post that, I think once the Russia-Ukraine war started, and even before that, we were witnessing sustained selling by FIIs. So last 12 months have been, I would say, a lot of volatility has been there. Some that stocks might have given return, but the markets in general, they have not given any positive return. Now, as we look forward from here, I think the global scenario even today looks very shaky. The interest rates are rising, the demand is under a question mark, the commodity prices, some of the commodity prices are softening because of the fears of recession, and above all, the interest rates are rising. And particularly if the large markets like Europe, US, etc., they come under pressure, so it is not a very rosy scenario as we look at this point of time. However, I think India today is in a very different position because we are more like a domestic demand-driven economy, and after 2 years we are having a good festive season. So the demand here is much better than most of the other territories of the world.
Also wanted to know, Amnish in particular, that which are your picks for the new Samvat, given the fact that yes, there is global uncertainty. So do you think the companies that are focused on domestic economy will do well in the new Samvat, and which are those?
Yeah, as I was saying that the companies which are domestic oriented, they will do well. And you see, I think there are wide variety of sectors on the domestic side which are likely to do well. For example, you look at, say, if you are looking slightly on the futuristic side, then hospital companies, they look really good. And although we are positive on quite a few of those names, Apollo Hospitals is a large cap pick which we have from the, you can say, the hospital space, because the incidence of insurance is rising, the health awareness is rising, and so these hospital companies, they should do well over a period of time. Similarly, we have companies like, for example, you look at say consumption or quasi-consumption space, we have companies like Avenue Supermart, which is a great long-term story despite you can say premium valuations. Then we have got VIP Industries and Westlife, another two stocks. Again, both are a play on the discretionary consumption on the domestic side. So the end, then having Bharti, because Bharti we believe is more like, I personally feel that today data is more like food. So the importance of data and mobility today is far higher than what it used to be say 10, 20 years back. You can skip your food for once, but you can't survive even a couple of hours without having your phone or the data on your side. So the usage of data will continue to grow. The industry is quite consolidated. 5G will drive their ARPUs higher, and so will be the profitability. And so based on that, Bharti Airtel is a stock that we are very positive about at this point of time. So on similar lines, I think there are a few other picks like we have given, for example, ICICI Banks. If you want to play the financials, again, banking is again more like, you can say, dependent upon how the domestic story is going to pan out. Then we are having Leyland. Again, you can say based on the domestic CV cycle recovery plus the softening prices of the various commodities. So I think these are all more oriented to the domestic recovery, domestic growth, and I believe that many of these stocks, they have got, some of them might do well even for the next 5 years, 10 years, but most of them should give good returns over the next 12 months from here on.
Okay, thank you so much, Amnish, for sharing your bets for the Diwali this time around. And majorly, it's a basket of large caps. Along with that, you will see some mid cap counters as well.